there's a lot of cooking shows, and this isn't really a cooking show. This is because I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm in my kitchen, and we're just going with it. So this is my kitchen, the beef, and this is how it shreds up when you're using the little hand mixer, which is really cool. I love it. It saves a lot of time. Don't get meat juice and all that stuff on your hands. It's not hot. It's great. I use it on this, but basically this is like a concoction that I make. It's almost like a bean dip. It's got some spices. Personally, I love Badia brand spices. They're not sponsored. No one's sponsored me. I mean, come on, let's be honest. But there's some spices in here. A little bit of habanero pepper. There's a jalapeno. So this is gonna be spicy. I'm gonna put it on top of some of the panuchos. I love spicy food. You can hear my dog. She knows there's food here. So basically, with the panuchos, like I said earlier, it's a street food. It's got some pickled cabbage on top of it. I like to do it more of how I learned how to make it in El Salvador. So I like to use a cabbage and onion. Normally I would put a red onion in this, but with the whole salmonella thing and all that, I'm just using a regular white onion in this. And I pickled it, a little bit of red pepper flakes, some oregano for a little bit of extra flavor. And that's what I use the yogurt container for, because it's great for putting it in there and shaking it up so that it gets everything on there. I'm an interpreter, so that's like my main thing, but I did own a bakery at one point, and one of the things that I miss is I miss people eating my food. So that's kind of one of the reasons that we are, you know, trying this. You know, it's cool, I think, when you get to go on a journey with someone and you get to watch them grow and start doing things that they really love. And that's kind of where I am with this. So I've tried a lot of things. I've tried having YouTube channels before. I'm not the best at keeping up with them, so I'm not going to pretend that I am. This may fail in a week or two. I don't know. But, you know, I'm just going to keep trying my best and showing you some awesome things to eat in the meantime. A lot of people always ask why I speak Spanish. Like, it's never, how did you learn it? It's always why do you speak Spanish? And I also get questions about where I learned to cook the food that I learned how to cook. So there is an answer for that, and it's pretty much the same for both questions. Basically, when I was young, I went to El Salvador, and I lived there for a while, and that's how I learned how to do a lot of the things. When I came home, I worked at a Mexican restaurant. I actually managed one for a little while, or helped, and I really enjoyed it. And so when I was in El Salvador, I got to learn a lot of the Salvadoran cooking, and I learned how to make things like curtido and pupusas and all those really tasty things. And the flavors are so different. Like, a lot of people don't realize that when you go from country to country in Latin America, at least not, you know, people from the United States and the UK, they don't really realize like how different the food is, and it's super different. And that's one of the things that I love, is that I love being able to incorporate a lot of those flavors into different dishes. So even though this is more of like a Mexican street food like you would find along the coast, it's also got some of that Salvadoran flair to it too that I really like. The really cool things is one of the places that I worked, they actually had their abuelita, their grandma, working for them, and I learned a lot of what I know how to make now from her. She made traditional recipes in the restaurant, which, you know, Mexican restaurants in the US, a lot of them are not traditional. They are more, you know, more Americanized. You never know what you're gonna get in my refrigerator, because it is full of things that do not belong in there. Me person, I'm not a YouTuber. At least not at the moment. I mean, I guess we'll see where this goes. I do need to taste the salsa though, so we can kind of, you know, do that together. We're going with Publix tortilla chips, and that's okay. So, I'm like super shiny too, guys. It is late summer in North Carolina. It's hot. So it smells very spicy. It's spicy. It's good though. It makes me happy. So when I'm running around my kitchen, even if it's small and even if it's not the best kitchen or the brightest kitchen or the newest kitchen, I love it. I'm happy pretty much in any kitchen that I'm in. I can't help that. I'm just like super passionate about what I do, and when it doesn't turn out, it makes me mad. When I had my bakery, it was the same thing. I worked with my mother who now refuses to work with me, and she's scarred for life. But that's only because I love it so much, you guys. I mean, this is really what I want to do. So I have made a rambling video that I am going to try my best to edit and not look like a complete goober. I probably will, and that's okay. But yeah, so that's a little bit about me, a little bit about what I'm doing, a little bit about my mission, my passion, my everything. And then we'll just go on to more of the restaurant as we go on. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a little bit of a finished product and what we have here. So you guys take care. I hope you enjoy. Have a great night. Stay safe.